Okay, we're back. We just got off the train. We are in, as you can tell, the very busy central exit part of the train station, which is under the street in Tokyo. Just kidding. We're back in Yokohama because I got some short videos when I was here before, and we had to come back. I was like, oh my gosh, I need to come back, clear some memory, and we really need to check this thing out. So the first thing I'm going to show you guys right here is the Yokohama Porta, which is a beautiful mural. I'm going to turn around and show you guys this view real quick. Alright, so we just got out of the train station, which was this building right here, and we're going to go to the building right next to it. And if you were following the page last week, we were here then and got some quick little shots and pictures. And what really ended up happening is I was just walking through the pedestrian pathway that has like kind of crosses over the street on the second floor. And then I was fascinated because I was like, oh cool, this is the Nissan global headquarters, and that's what we're about to walk through right now. But the best part about it, what they give back to the community here, you guys know me always saying that about community vibes and giving back, that's, you know, a huge thing that I'm about. They have a showroom gallery that cuts through the pedestrian pathway so you can see it as a local or a traveler, and at the same time it's free of charge. I had people hit me up immediately after, like, hey, how much it costs to go check out that global headquarters gallery? And I was like, no cost, man, no cost. It was just got to walk in there and check it out. So we are going to do that, and I'm going to time lapse and kind of show you the pathway to get there. We have now, like I said, crossed from the Sogo Mall, which was also the train station we kind of hit under, which goes underneath Yokohama. We just passed one of the pedestrian pathways, which is over across the waterway, and we're now at the Bay Quarter in Yokohama. So we're at the crossover again to get ourselves over near the K Arena, but also the Nissan Global Headquarters. All right, here we go. Okay, fun traveler tip. Back at the Sogo Mall, which is again the same place I told you I just came out of. I just went around, but hey, the view was nice, and you get to see the nice panoramic shop. We got a Bay Quarter, which is nice to walk through. But I'm basically back where I started. So look, they have things in English, but at the same time, you kind of have to understand where you're going. But this allows us to still kind of have a nice walkway of getting back, and we have a great view actually from this angle. So I'm happy we still did this walk, but a great view from this angle of the Nissan Global Headquarters. And here in a moment, you're about to see just the stunning showcase that they kind of put together here for the locals and the travelers, like I said, who are just passing through. You get to see what Nissan has to offer, and we're going to do just that. All right, here we go. I'll pause real quick because there's even more to this showroom than I saw last time, and it's a Saturday here in Yokohama. And normally what that means back, when we're in San Diego or wherever we're at, that usually means two things, right? Cars and coffee. So the best part, there's a Starbucks in here. So we're gonna take a slight detour, but the best part is it's gonna show us another part of the showcase that'll be brand new to me that I did not see last week, that we're both gonna figure out together. But hey, Starbucks. I'm not gonna lie, this is my second cup of coffee in the last hour, but that's what I do. All right, back at it. We're walking in now. Nissan Global Headquarters, Yokohama, Japan. We're inside now. Now, the story of this actually kind of gets kind of better because it's not actually a different part. It's the same part that I saw before. We were here less than 1 week ago. I was here Sunday, in the same location, and they've changed out half the vehicles in this showroom in 6 days. Now, they probably even did it overnight, but when I was here last time, which I'll show some footage on this to kind of time lapse, between the two time zones that we kind of went through here, we got lucky. They had race cars, they had Formula vehicles, they had Matul Racing, they had kind of generational race cars here as well. But they do still have some of the great GTRs and the Skylines here in the local gallery. But everything else, including on the main showcase, is different than just 6 days ago. So, just made it fascinating for me. So this is pretty cool. But we are still going to take a stop over here, and we're going to get some Starbucks. So we're about to head out. I've been walking around here for about an hour getting pictures, getting videos. I walked the GTR Nismo Nissan boutique like 3 times. You got to walk away with something. So we got some little 40th anniversary Nismo magnets. But what I like to kind of stop right here for and just kind of say before we exit this area is where I'm standing right now is where they filmed the scene about 8 minutes into the Gran Turismo movie, where Orlando Bloom is getting word that he's like, you know, got the thumbs up. He has to get a certified chief engineer to, you know, start this GT Racing Academy. But this is it. This is the spot. Different background, but if you heard me before in the video, like they seem to, I guess, change what they have here on the display here quite often. But this is it. This is the spot where this was filmed in Gran Turismo. Wow. So we're gonna start the walk. The next thing I think that's on my list, just because it's across the street, is we're going to take a look at the Yamaha headquarters, which is also here in Yokohama. And I'll see if I can pan around because there's Yamaha, Nissan, Sony, Fujifilm, LG. They're all right here. We're like literally on the global corner, I guess you could call it, of headquarters. So we're about to go up. I'll show you guys the view again from the pathway. That's the upstairs pedestrian pathway that kind of goes through everything. And we're off to the next spot. Again, kind of spent a little over an hour in here, but I've got all day. And if we want to, we can come back again. But thank you again to Yokohama. Thank you again to Nissan Global Headquarters. What a tremendous just opportunity to kind of walk in here. The fact that you just allow everybody to kind of walk in here is a very nice treat. And hope you guys enjoy. We're off to the next spot. Here we go. Back at it. tower that they have here. They have two towers. We're in between both of them right now. They have an east tower and a west tower. The one tower that we just came from has a music store. Literally has a spot on the first floor where it says like "hug me." You can literally sit and hug a violin, hug a cello while you're sitting there. Therapeutic. There's a AI duo. Kind of helps you through a grand piano. So I found I was walking by a little family that was working with that and playing some music while also kind of like maybe not quite in sync, but they play the piano far better than I do. So they did a good job, in my opinion. But we're here standing between the two towers. The tower we're supposed to be going into right now is supposed to have shops and restaurants. I'll at least say the third floor that I'm on is dead. So we'll see. Maybe everything's on the ground floor. And we'll continue our travel. So we started off in Sogo, the train station, walked by the quarter over there, came across. We have now gone through the Nissan global headquarters and walked through the west tower of Yokohama's Yamaha stage. So we are walking into, let's see if it works, the east tower right now. Film an intro, I'd film it right here because it is literally dead. There is nobody up here. I don't know what okay, this sounds weird to say. I'm not gonna say what that looks like it says, but we're gonna say Chihink. Looks like a Wi-Fi lounge based on the way the symbol is, and then a completely empty floor here on the East Tower office. So I'll show you guys a quick glimpse, but it's completely closed off, completely empty. And take a look at this. Major COVID vibes, I guess you would say, is kind of how that seems. But there is an escalator here, so we're gonna go down a level. There's supposed to be, all right, this is the only thing that's on this floor. On the second floor, looks like there is a clinic, a medical clinic, a couple of restaurants, the music stores in the other building. And then if we get to the first floor, it looks like we will stop by a 7-Eleven, so we'll probably get a snack. But there's offices, showrooms of their things they have here. So, and again, this is kind of shown between the two towers over here. You've got the East Tower and West Tower, but restaurants here and a 7-Eleven. We're gonna see if we can find the 7-Eleven, but second floor says it's a Grand Mall Plaza. Now watch this, this is here they have automatic escalators. So it says I'm going on this one and it starts. I think it's got some. We're on the escalators, but they have automatic escalators, so they're censored, or sensors at the bottom of them to kind of see if you're coming. And this thing's got a good giddy up. So we're now moving on to the second floor, and there is indeed some little public market, little restaurant shop that's here. It smells like good sushi. So we're back on the main gallery floor where we were before. All right, so we're gonna forego looking at the first floor. Don't really need 7-Eleven at the moment, but there's the KQX Hotel that's also here. So we're walking between the two towers right now of Yamaha. Apologize for the wind. We'll see how this video works, and some of this might have to get edited out, but let me show you guys now the view we have of this tower. It's like a communications tower. I don't really know what it is, but it's fascinating. they just had a store here that's a Harry Potter store. I had no idea I was walking into that, but I recently got the Hogwarts game for Switch for my birthday. So I'm House Ravenclaw, and I was wondering if I needed to get some stuff. So we picked up a few things. You didn't want to break the bank or anything, but wow, that was pretty cool. So we are in Landmark Tower, the big kind of landmark tower that is in Yokohama. So we're beginning the walk. Weather is starting to kind of get a little dicey outside, so we might just be kind of perusing through some of the buildings. But this is the first store we walked into is this one. So we're gonna see what else is here. There's the Lego store next. That's always dangerous for me because I might want to pick up something. But here we go. So we just walked out of, I don't know what the building was, but they had a scale replica of the bridge in Lego form. We are outside of Mitsubishi, their headquarters, and I think it's open. We're just gonna see if we can get in. Last admission 3:30 p.m. Okay, we're going in. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we stumbled across the Mitsubishi building, and inside their building is an actual museum exhibit. So like, it's 500 yen. We got a ticket. Last admission was in like 30 minutes, so we checked it out. But this is kind of what I do. Like, I just call it getting lost. So we just see the things around us. We just saw some pretty cool stuff, but we're still on the first floor. I have no idea really what this is about, but for 500 yen, I'm really enjoying it. It's a once in a lifetime experience, I imagine. So we'll go back to it. Let's show you guys what we have in the museum. pull the trigger on it, so I got the Raven Claw scarf. Pretty good quality, and then just a little bit extra, they put in a nice bag for you. That was, you know, again, I don't know the next time I'll come to a store like this, or that I'll just, you know, be looking for something like this. It was pretty cool. So we continue on. It is now getting close to the dinner hour. Just when we got McDonald's earlier. It's cool, like chocolate dessert, so we had that. It did not rain. The sky is very gray, but it's getting evening time anyway, so not too bad. Overcoat, hoodie back up. We're gonna venture around, walk by a dry dock right here, and then we will cruise around the ship that they have. There's a dry dock, but cruise around the ship, and then we'll do a lap around. Probably get close to the Ferris wheel they got over here too. But dry dock number 2, apparently. Here again, I'm gonna see if I can. Look at that. I don't know, that might be the thumb right there. We're at the base of the landmark tower, Yokohama. There's restaurants inside the remnants of what became the foundation for this building that is around a dry dock, which is pretty fascinating. We're at a pretty cool moment right now where literally the lights all around us are coming on. Like I said, it's kind of getting to the evening time. It's been a long day. But the lights are coming on, and I really can't wait to see what kind of shots we get this evening. And I really hope that the audio, again, I won't know any of this until I kind of get the editing. I won't know how the audio is for this, so I really hope that you guys are able to kind of hear me, and I hope that you guys are continuing to enjoy what we're doing here today in Yokohama. If you see me with an earpiece, I thought about mentioning it a couple times. We're rocking today, no joke, circa 2009. The 3rd generation iPod Shuffle still works, and we can take care of your stuff. So I'm walking around here so that way I can still have tunes while still filming everything and saving my battery. But I'll tell you, man, if you're gonna travel, please make sure you go out with a external battery pack so you can kind of charge your stuff along the way, or else this would have been a much shorter trip today. But we're walking our way back up. We're gonna cross the street here in a moment and go past, like, there's like a theme park, but then we're gonna check out a really nice ship that's also in front of this this tower right here. Here we go.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life. I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah, but I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread, with every word that I've said.
Supposed to feel. How's it supposed to feel?
Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me f***ed up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll bleed on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit and I go crazy when I'm mad. I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes a dynasty. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll bleed on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit and I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you would shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back.